Hey guys, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you doing? Well, the next worm I want to talk about, and I almost forgot about it, and then I saw it on the shelf over there and said, oh, this is one I really like, that I want to show the guys before I kind of move on to another topic. And the bait in question, now I have always liked the Yamamoto Cuttail, the 6.5-inch worm. And when I look on their site, they don't make the 6.5 anymore. I see a 7.75 inch, a 4-inch, and a 5-inch. And I thought I had some of the 4-inch or the 5-inch around, and I can't find them. So I know I got them somewhere. I'll probably find them after I make the video. But this is the 6.5-inch worm. So you can get it in the 7, the 4, the 5, and the 7, almost 8-inch, 7 3/4. But this is an excellent, excellent worm if you're looking for another option. This color here just happens to be number 42 with large gold and small black flake. Now I don't know what number 042 is. To me it looks like a black, so maybe that's what it is, but it's cool. I don't know what it is about this worm, but whenever I throw it, it just gets bit. I don't know what it is about it. I've always liked it. There's certain lakes that I've fished in my life where it really shines. To me, it really works great in clear water. It's probably just the fact that, however, they make it with the flake and just the style of it, and it just really produces well. To me, it's always been really, really good in clear water, especially this smoke blue color. If I throw this bait, this is the color I start with, and I've got a ton of. I must have bought 5 bags of these back in the day because I've got just a ton of them and another bag sitting there. Unfortunately, when I look at all the colors, I actually went on the Yamamoto website and they don't have this color on there anymore, which is a shame because this was my favorite color. But I would just Texas rig these like a 4-aught hook. I'd usually use an EWG hook, whatever size sinker you need, and just flip and pitch it around, brush piles, rocks, weed lines, laydowns, whatever, just like you're flipping and pitching any other worm. But I primarily use this as a flipping and pitching worm, or casting and dragging it along a little bit. I haven't never Carolina rigged it or anything like that. Just looking at the tail now, I have never thrown this on a shaky head, but I can see it would be probably pretty good. Especially the 6.5-inch size. And just thinking about it, when I started prepping for this video, I said, I might have to add this to the shaky head list this year. I've never thrown it on this. I can't say I've never thrown this on a shaky head. Excuse me, but just thinking about it as I look at it with that tail, I think it might be pretty good. But let me show you a few of the colors I have. I don't know how much they'll match what they still make, but I'm sure you can find in their 10 or 15 colors that, whatever that one is, I believe it's a green tip, but that's pretty cool. Whether they make that one or still not, I don't know. Some of these are pretty basic colors. They probably have them. But as I said, I haven't bought the bait in a long time. I didn't even know they didn't make the 6.5-inch anymore. Here's the purple emerald flake, which is a Yamamoto color I really like in different baits. Let's see. Let me see. I have the site up. I'll see if they still have the. I don't see that 042, whatever that is, but I do. Let's see. This is purple with emerald flake. Let's see if they still have purple with emerald flake. I don't see it on here. I don't really see anything purple. Well, green pumpkin, but with purple flake. So some of these colors they may have, they may not have, but this is a color I always liked in Yamamoto baits. Always catches fish. That emerald with that blue flake in it. I don't know what it is with that, but it always worked. Purple with emerald flake. That's a great one. And I do see these on eBay and other places. So there may be some of those old school colors for you guys who maybe have used this or gotten away from it or haven't used it in a while, or some of our favorite colors aren't, as we talked about in the comments. Some of our favorite colors they don't make anymore. Let's see. This one, this was, I think it's smoke with black and purple. So that's an old bag, old pack right there. Those are the old packaging, the old bags they used to put them in. A 5 count, it says, but it looks like there's a lot more than 5 in there. Maybe I combined 2 packs. That was a cool color. Smoke purple flake, purple and black flake, I believe. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Awesome colors. Now, it is a Yamamoto bait. We all know what happens to a Yamamoto bait after we catch a few fish. We do tend to go through a bunch. They're not made to last, but they definitely will catch fish. Let's see. This is the smoke with black, blue, and gold flake. Another cool color. I don't know how many smoke versions they have left, if any. Looks like they just have kind of the basics nowadays. I don't know if this is a bait that maybe Yamamoto's moving away from. Usually when I see not the 1,000 different color options, I think that's one that maybe they're not really going to produce that much longer. I don't know. I think it's a great worm, the tail worm. Something with the action, with that tail, and just the texture of the bait. I always caught fish on it. And as I said, it was really a good clear water. You know, maybe it was just that smoke blue color that was so effective in the clear water, but I do have one of those old packaging bags of it left here to go along with the ton that I have in there. So I do have one of them. This, I have no idea what color. It's just red, what they called this back in the day. But I don't know what that was. Looks red to me. What they called it, I do not know. Picked a bag of that up somewhere along the line. And then I'll show you what I've got in the box here so you can kind of see the old cut tail worm. And actually there's a couple of Charlie's worms. I must have just wanted to fill up a couple spots, so I threw a few more of the Charlie's worms bags in there back in the day whenever I put this box together. Let's see what we got. This one to me looks like I would say it's probably a smoke with red flake. That's my guess. As I said, you'll have to see what colors they still have. I'll put the link to whoever has them. I know Yamamoto's got them on their site. I don't know about like Tackle Warehouse or Land Big Fish. I don't know if I saw them on there. If I did, it might have been just in limited quantities. But as I said, I don't know if this is a bait that Yamamoto's going to be making for a long time or not. Don't know. This looks like that one I showed you, that purple emerald blue one. I don't think it's June bug. Let's see if it's the same. Purple with emerald flake. Let's see if they are the same or not. Now they'll probably look a little different in the bag. Yeah, I would say that's a June bug, and that's that emerald one. So that's definitely June bug. This is like a pumpkin with like green flake. It was always a cool color. Did well with that one. And of course I've got green pumpkin. Put a little orange on that tail. Green pumpkin, can't go wrong with green pumpkin. And as I said, that smoke blue, which I've got 1,000 of in that section there. Think I throw this color a lot? I was definitely stocked up for life with that color. You know, unless I used it every day. Because, as I said, this is a Yamamoto bait. You know how soft they are. Part of what gets them bit is part of what makes them, you know, not last long. Catch a few fish. Now, this bait's a little different as far as that goes, because just the way you fish it. I didn't really think it was any worse than anything else as far as flipping and pitching it around. The durability was fine. You know, if I catch 5 or 6 on there and then it finally gets torn up and I got to try another one, that's okay. I'll trade 5 fish for 1 bait. And the last one I got is just a black with blue flake. But like I said, I used to just Texas rig this. 3/8 ounce, you know, head, whether, you know, depending on what you're fishing, 3/8, 1/2. I don't usually go much higher than a 1/2 ounce. You know, I'm not fishing weeds here in the Northeast that are so dense that I need anything heavier. I guess if I lived in Florida, it would be different. I'd be throwing more 3/4 and higher. But, you know, up here, I don't really throw much more. Usually I start with a 3/8 when I'm throwing soft plastics. But for me, anywhere from 1/4 to a 1/2 is kind of what I'm going with, depending on how deep of a lake I'm fishing. But it's a great bait. It's a great bait. It'd be a shame if Yamamoto stopped making it. I wish they still had this smoke color because I'm getting low. If I don't have 100, then I think I don't have enough. But luckily, the color I like the best, I've got a lot of. But it's a great bait, guys. And just like I said before, I am definitely going to try this on a shaky head this year and see how it works out. See how I like it. See how the action is with that tail. Just how it looks in the water, but I don't see it being a bad option. I don't see it being a bad option. So, the Yamamoto cut tail worm, as I said, the ones I'm showing you is the old 6.5 inch. Now they have a 4 or 5, and a 7 3/4, 7.75 inches. I don't have the 7.75. I thought I had either the 4 or the 5 laying around somewhere, but I can't find it. I can't find it. I probably packed it away somewhere. Of course, I'll probably find a box of them after I'm done with this video. If I do, I'll add it to it, but that's it. So just imagine this is 7.75 inches. That's that's the closer you're gonna, another inch of bait. That's what you're gonna have. But if you haven't tried it, I recommend it. And like that 4 and that 5 inch, as I said, I haven't thrown that 4 and the 5 inch. If you guys are thinking of throwing that, I can see that being that could be a really good jig head worm. On at 4 inch on a Ned, even drop shot. I guess you could try it. I've never drop shotted a 4 inch whatchamacallit, cut tail worm, but that 4 and that 5 inch, I could see them having some good usage too. The 5 inch you could definitely throw on a shaky head. I have not, as I said, thrown the 4 or the 5 inch, so I was always had this Texas rigged, this 6.5 inch, and it worked great. It worked great. Makes me want to go fish it again this summer, because to me, summer in clear water, that's a good option right there. That's a good option. What that color looks like, I don't know, but man, smallies in clear water, they chomp it. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. If you guys have thrown the cut tail worm, let us know in the comments how you do with it. If you guys have thrown that 4 and that 5 inch and that 7.75 inch. As I said, I pretty much just throw the ones I got, and that's the 6.5. So let us know. Share some information. It's a good way to get the conversation going. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So I will put links to the cut tail worm where I can find it. A decent amount of colors, not necessarily the ones you see here, because as I said, that these are I got these a long time ago. They don't even make this. Oh, there's black with large blue flakes. So I had that one. On the Yamamoto, I see some pumpkins, some watermelons. I have the June bug purple with emerald. That's kind of like the one I showed you. Green pumpkins, baby bass, red shad. Green pumpkins. Morning Dawn looks kind of cool. A tilapia magic looks pretty cool. So there are color options out there. If it's a bait you want to try, I recommend it. It works great. It works great. I may even get some of that 7.75 inch when I try it myself. But that's it. So, as I said, links I can find. If there's any other than the Yamamoto main page, I'll share them with you. You guys can check them out. But that's it. It's a good bait. Give it a shot. You've got about 10 or 15 different worms to try from the videos I've done just on worm fishing the last few weeks. But spring is now seemingly here. It was like 65 degrees today here. It's beautiful. I took a ride around yesterday to about, 8 or 10 of my local lakes. They still have ice on them, but the edges are all broken up. It's very dark out in the middle, so it's not going to be much longer. Weather now is kind of funny. Like we have these 2 really warm days, and it's going to get cooler again, and we'll have some warm days. So who knows? Maybe by next week there could be. There was one lake by me that I went to that I could probably launch at. The other ones, not yet. There is water by the ramp, but it only goes out about 10 feet, and then it goes to ice again. So those are going to take some time, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's still March. As I said, my goal is always to try to get on the water in March. I don't care if it's the last day in March. My hope is that maybe next week I could take my little boat out. My big boat, the Skeeter, is now getting serviced. It's at Reynolds. It's getting serviced, the motor service, getting some stuff done on the trailer, and then she's going to JCS, the fiberglass place in Rhode Island, and she's going to get all touched up and look brand new when she's done, hopefully. I can't wait till all this stuff is done. Very excited, so I just have to be patient. Everything they did, to make her look really sharp. And, as far as the motor goes, that's just, your regular, I think I'm getting my 100-hour service done on the boat. And then the trailer has a step that came off the end of last season, the rubber step. I guess when I launched, fell off. Over the year, glue like that kind of dries up and they get loose. So I ordered one over the winter, and they're going to put that on. And then the breakaway actuator brake thing, the end of it with a little clip, snapped off. The clip is gone, so they're going to put a new one of those on. And like I said, then just do the motor. And then she's going to JCS Restoration, going to get touched up, get a good detailing. That's it. So I'll keep you guys posted on all that cool stuff. So we'll see the big boat in a week or two. We'll see where we're at with her. But really, I'm not in a hurry. I have the little until the big boat is ready. But that's it. So soon, my friends, we will be on the water. Soon, here in the Northeast, we will be, the upper Northeast, New England, we will be on the water. Everybody's chomping at the bit, me included. So I'll keep you guys posted on all that, and then I can finally start getting some on the water footage instead of you guys just seeing me sitting down here in the tackle shop. But that gets us through the winter. So, as I said, I will put links to the cuttail worm wherever I can find it. You can check it out. Please like this video. Please share it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. See you guys soon. Mark out.